Alright folks, we are back for round 2 on the play this time. And I think this is a keeper. Like, we have 3 cards we can cycle if we need to. So I think we'll be hitting that green at some point. I'm obviously gonna cycle the Scorpion and Sandworm first, if anything, because the Archfiend is pretty busted, I would assume. Sandworm first, second Scorpion, hopefully we get to find another land. That card is strong. Basically a 1/1 that grows every turn and give them life. So if we get stuck on land, we'll be losing. But again, I think 2 lands plus 3 cards that cycles for 2, I think is a keep. You cannot just mulligan that. Maybe we should have. No, I stand by my choice. This is not a mulligan, and getting only 2 lands on the top 11 card is just, it happens. It's called bad luck, but I don't think we should have been mulliganing at all. Jeez. Yeah. Oh well, I guess this happens. Then we probably lose. I think we're a little bit too far behind here. Getting hit for 6, then they can exert that, and I think this is going to be a very short game. Yeah, I don't think we're coming back, unfortunately. Even using Ace is not really... It's going to buy us 1 turn, but I don't think we really need 1 turn here. We need more than that. Their Star Wars great, too. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Alright, well, this happens. Again, I still think this is a keep. I don't think you ever mulligan 2 land and 3 cyclers for 2 on the play. That doesn't sound like something, so... Just did not get lucky enough, oh well. White-green beatdown with some enchantments. I don't think we are changing anything. I think we just go for the same main deck and hope to get slightly better draw. That was brutal. We basically drew... Yeah, with 3 cyclers and 2 mana, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 draw step before we really needed to get that 3rd land. That's a lot. This is a little bit too heavy on lands, but I think it's a keep. We have turn 4 Beetle, which is our best card. Turn 1 Cultivator, which is decent in the deck. It's gonna be sad if we go Game 1 completely screwed, Game 2 completely flooded though. But it might happen, This is Magic. Whoa, that's a busted rare. 3/1, and they get to exert it to make it bigger and give it lifelink from time to time. I guess Beetle does kill that quite well, but since we drew, I think, 3 lands in a row, I guess 2 lands in a row, we are a little bit in trouble now, especially since they have that. And now the Beetle is not really even good enough to deal with the Initiate, at least not right away. Looks like Yevon is missing land draw, but I think this was the last land we could afford to draw. Like, if you draw 1 more land, we lose, basically. And here I just need a pacifism, and we lose too, I think. Huh, unfortunate. So here it's no-brainer, they want to attack, and I don't think they want to exert. What? Alright, that probably indicates what's the name of that card? Well, I guess they can double block in any case. I'm just gonna drop land and pass. Yeah, I have no good attack. I was thinking about impeccable timing, but even if they don't have timing, even if I put a counter on the Initiate, they can double block, and that's not a good trade for me. I'm so flooded though, that's crazy. And here, if they attack, I'm gonna feel pretty worried, but there's not a lot I can do. Huh, they exerted. Interesting. Doesn't seem great for them to do that, as I don't have any good block if I don't have any trick anyways. And if I have a trick, I don't know. Seems weird. A kudu, maybe killing their own warrior. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really change anything. I'm still gonna drop counters on stuff. Please give me that, for example. Yeah, that is the one of the card that could save us from this pretty bad spot. So this will not untap. I think we do attack and take 2. I think it's fine. Alright, well, Sandworm Convergence was one of the few cards that could save us from that flood. I'm not sure they got enough damage early to beat that. I might be wrong. But next turn we'll have a 5-5 and a 4-5. And I'm not sure... The Glory Bound Initiative is very good, but if anything I can chump it every 2 turn. Who knows? Maybe they have a an Enchantment Removal in the main. Because there's one in white that cycles, so I could see main decking that. I don't know if this is gonna be good enough. If they don't have, if they don't have the enchantment removal, they just lose though. But if they do have it, we lose because this is what 3 spells and and 11 land. I guess 10 land because one of the spell got us a land. Yeah, this is still 3 spell 10 land. At this point, I think if you don't have the removal, you just concede. That thing untaps stuff, it doesn't tap stuff. Maybe they thought it would tap stuff. It's a pretty good card to use with Exert, though. I think they want to attack and Exert, so I think they should have probably attack with Exert and then untap with Mummy. I had no really good block. Alright. What do we do here? I think we start beating down. With at least 1 creature. Maybe 2. We'll get 2 more blockers next turn. Can things really go wrong? I mean, this gives you such an edge in the later game that I think we should be playing defensively. But playing too defensively is sometimes pretty costly too. We could attack with Beetle, put a counter here, which means that even if they exert it, it is 4 power and I can block with Worm and I don't have to chump. And then they get to make... Then they get to trade the Beetle for one of their card, but I think it's fine. I'm fine making some trades here. And even though it's not a favorable trade, I think, given what we have, we kind of want to just clear the board as much as possible. I'll just kill that dude. And again, making that 3 power is good because then we can just block it with our worms. Yeah. Sandworm Convergence for you guys. Like, either you have the Dreamwall or you die. I mean... That card is the net. Alright, I was worried that we would just die after flooding badly. Luckily enough, it's not the case. The opponent deck is pretty aggressive, and I don't think we have a good ways to stop huge first striker early on. I guess Soul Stingers are decent because you can chump block and then put some counters on the first strikers. But their deck seems pretty good, quite aggressive, and it's not like we have good things on the side to help us, I think. So just some meat. And we'll be on the draw this time, so it's gonna be a little bit tougher. And this is a mulligan. I would keep if there was another land. I would keep every day of the week, but no such thing, no such luck. Alright, that's another mulligan, I guess. This we can keep. I don't think we want that. I think we... I mean, we can cycle it, but I'd rather put it on the bottom than cycle. It does the same thing, except I keep that in my deck. In case I shuffle, I can redraw that, and I think I'm fine doing that. And I think I won't land. Yeah, mulligan into 5 is brutal, though. We have a ton of cycler, a lot of things that gets mana, so I think the deck is supposed to be pretty stable. And if anything, it should be maybe flooding sometime, but not really being mana screwed. And we got mana screwed kind of 3 hands in a row, pretty much. The 2 that I mulliganed here and the 1 that I kept was, well, there was 2 land, I guess. Come on, deck, don't do me like that. Alright. 3rd land, at least we can start doing stuff. I think we just drop Scorpion and intend to... Meh. Yeah, I'm still gonna do that. It's bad if they have the +1/+1 first strike enchantment, but yeah, they do have it, of course. But I think I still rather put something on the board and hopefully be able to trade if they don't have it, but they add it, which is kind of what I was worried about. Whoa, what are these draws? Feels like my opponent has been having insane draws every game so far, pretty much, where I had some of my worst draws. Yeah, I guess we just go Vizier, take 7 next turn, and then try to do something good with our cycling card, if they don't have a pacifism. Darn it. At least the Vizier can eat their creature, if they don't have a removal for Vizier. If they do have one, if they have the pacifism for Vizier, I don't think we can beat that. Okay, that doesn't do a whole lot here. A land is not the worst because we can enchant a land and go cycling the haze, which is not bad next turn. But I don't know. These draws have been pretty crazy. Here they probably should attack only with the Brawler and exert it. Looks like they don't care about that. So this was exerted, but this wasn't exerted? How could this be right? This is so wrong. Like, it should have been the other way around. I really don't get that move. It seems like the worst attack they could do with the creatures they add here. And if you really want to do that, you exert everything and attack with the warriors too. I don't agree with that attack. Even if they have a trick, I think it's plain wrong. It seems plain wrong. Could see them having impeccable timing though. Well, looks like they have it. I mean, we still draw. It's still a 2-for-1 for us, and we still get. Yeah, alright, fine. That was acceptable. This will not untap. We are at 8. Huh. Archfiend. I think we'll have to take maybe chum that, or take 6. How? That was so wrong. If they hadn't exerted that, I think I lose no matter what, and now I have a shot at, coming back in the game. Yeah, so I guess we need to drop Archfiend. Oh, actually, we can... Yeah, we can gift and play Archfiend, right? Yeah, we can do that, I'm pretty sure. No, we can't. And then if we draw a cycle card somehow, I think we do come back in the game. And I think if they had a pacifism effect, they would have used it last turn. I really don't get why they exert that. That did not really help in any way. Like the thing, I cannot block that thing. Still cannot block that thing. Question now is, well, they exerted, so I'm just gonna take it. If they have a pump spell, I'm willing to die here. I mean, shit happens. If they hadn't exerted, though, I could see double blocking being a play. Hornery Kudu, sorry. I think a cycling card still does the trick because we go up to 5. This doesn't untap. Yeah, it definitely does the trick, but we need something. final reward. Sounds acceptable. Sounds acceptable. Kinda wanna play Beetle though. I think it's safer. No, I need to keep the reward in case they top deck a Rainfall or something. And even if they don't attack, which I think they will not unless they top deck something, I will reward the Hooded Brawler end of turn. Oh, they might want to attack with the Warrior and exert it. Yeah, they did that. They don't really care about me having some cycling cards. It looks like. I think I have to kill that. I'd rather have killed the Brawler, but I think we need to kill that thing because we don't want to chump block and we cannot take the damage, obviously. Okay, Hornery Kudu. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's fine. Alright, let's enchant something. Go up to 5. It trades with their Warrior, which is kind of decent. We'll have to chump block the Brawler, that's a problem. Yeah, I think we put the counter here. This will just destroy them if we can draw a couple cycle cards, and we have a decent amount of them in the deck. We are lacking 1 mana currently to cast Sandworm Convergence. If we draw the 7 mana Worm, I think we'd rather cycle it and drop a Beetle than drop the 7/7 actually. Jeez, this game is intense. I think if my opponent had exerted correctly, they would be winning now. I think they will still win because they definitely drew better than we did, but I think... yeah, we are dead on board. Oh, they did not exert that. Weird. Very strange. Yeah, I think we chump block a little bit too much here. Yeah, that was a good top deck on their side. Maybe I have a shot with a couple cycling cards, but I'm not even sure. Not even sure. But we need to chump twice, basically. Or, I guess I could double block one of their creature, but then I lose the demon. I think I need to keep the demon if I want to have a shot. I don't think I have a shot, but who knows. This will not do the trick. I need to double chump next turn and I go down to 2 and then I don't have any out. Even Sandworm Convergence is not gonna do it. Unfortunate. I think this was a fine matchup. I think the opponent played pretty bad, but our draw were really, really mediocre. Anyway, this happens. This is the game. I hope you enjoyed that second round. Thanks for watching, and I see you guys for a third one, as this is a Swiss League.